We're here on top of the roof at Fox 8, and what a sight up here. The skies are blue. We are getting ready for that flyover and the roar of jet engines that should be beginning any minute now. We have a great view up here, and we have cameras positioned and crews strategically around the city to make sure to bring you every sight of the flyover this morning. I'm told we are seeing some planes right now from one of our crews. We're over Children's Hospital as they make their way over the near the river bend there. So kind of trying to gaze out from our vantage point here to get a peek of them. We've got our spotter over there. And okay, we could see it, the two B-52s. You're probably getting a much better look than we are right here on top of the Fox 8 roof right now. But wow, they are flying very slow, very low. A tribute there.
So you can see these four planes. It's these two B-52 bombers and these two F-15 fighter jets. And as Rob mentioned, they are going very slow, but that's to give people such a great up-close view at these planes, and they're flying very, very low, too. That's something we saw earlier this morning. We had a picture from Shreveport of just how low those planes were flying during a previous flyover. And you can hear the people in the background there. This is, again, our live camera here on the levee by Ochsner Hospital. People have gathered outside at a safe social distance, of course, to watch this flyover. And as we pan out here, you can see some of those frontline workers and other folks that are gathered for this flyover. The whole thing, they say, should take about 10 to 20 minutes. And here we go. Here's a better picture now of, again, those two F-15 fighter jets and two B-52 bombers flying low and very slow over the city of New Orleans. This is actually a picture over the Fox 8 studios in Mid-City. So if you're in the Mid-City area, go outside right now and you will see this military flyover happening as we speak. All right, you're taking a live look right now. This is folks gathered on the levee there outside of Ochsner main campus on Jefferson Highway. Again, this is a military salute to all of those frontline workers to thank them for their hard work fighting against COVID-19. It's also to show appreciation and also a solidarity amongst Americans as we fight this coronavirus pandemic.
They're making that first pass. We're up here on the roof of the UMC Medical Center with, I would say, about maybe 50 other people. Some of them are medical workers who've come this way to take in this tribute to all of their good efforts. Some of them are people who talked to a mother who had an aviation buff with her, a youngster about 9 years old, and another one who said he had been dragged away from his games. But I'm looking at the two of them in the distance now, and I think they're both really enjoying this. It's quite a sight. In some ways, it's kind of a once in a lifetime. So right now they should be, I think, because of the spray, should be doing that salute to Ochsner. Let's go to Josh right now. Josh Robertson.
Yeah, John, right now we're actually getting ready to see the flyover as we speak. We got a lot of people up here on the levee, just right across the street from Ochsner, the Gail and Tom Benson Cancer Center. That's where we are. There's a lot of people up here on the levee, a lot of people watching from the top. Let's just watch them fly over here, guys. You can see those two B-52s and those two F-15s right as we speak flying over. On to their next stop, guys. A lot of people we talked to out here really wanted to catch this. They said either they know people who work in the healthcare industry, or they know people who were even affected by COVID-19, had relatives. We've talked to a lot of people, both medical workers who were able to take just a few minutes from their job to walk across the street to just witness what we just saw. And even though it was just seconds, again, the whole point was just to show thanks for all of these workers who have just been on the front line since the beginning of this pandemic. And then, of course, just all the patriots, all the people who just want to come out here and just support the military, support the healthcare workers. It was really a really positive energy here up on this levee this morning, guys, but we'll send it back to you now. You just saw those two B-52s and those F-15s just flew over us.
Hey, Josh, if you can hear me, something that kind of stuck out to me is when you see those two massive B-52 bombers, the F-15 fighter jets look like little birds next to them. They look so tiny next to those big, massive bombers.
Yeah, and if anyone's never seen a B-52, again, we've been talking to a lot of people. If you're familiar with Barksdale Air Force Base in Shreveport, then you know what a B-52 is. And B-52s are obviously those massive bombers. They are huge. For a while, people weren't even sure if they were going to keep them in circulation, but they're such efficient planes that they're still used to this day for different things. But again, most of them are stationed at Barksdale, and they're just absolutely, once you see one, you're like, you really don't see planes that big that often. But as you said, Meg, they're compared to those F-15s, they really do make them look very small.
And Josh, I just saw a huge American flag that it looks like someone had put there on the levee in front of you.
Yeah, it was actually the levee patrol actually put that out here. They brought it out here and they laid it out about 30 minutes ago. Again, hopefully the planes, when they flew over, hopefully they saw it. It's a massive American flag here, but I mean, you know, that's what it's all about. And everybody that came out really in a good mood here this morning is we just take a moment to kind of, you know, just show what we're really here to do is show thanks for those healthcare workers and again, a lot of patriots out here just you know, trying to make the best of the situation just for a moment.
We've got maybe 100 people or so who are out here, people who are frontline workers in a couple of cases. Let me just walk over. All right, we do see them in the east, by the way, so I'll send it back to you, Meg, to kind of anchor this because I am not in a position where I can see them at this point, but a lot of anticipation here on the top of the UMC roof as people await, you know, not one pass, but maybe about 3 or 4 times they'll be in view here, Meg.
It's pretty cool, and you know, we are very lucky. We have 7 different cameras set up, 7 different Fox 8 cameras to get the best view of these planes. You can see them there sort of in the background of the Crescent City connection, as John mentioned, flying over New Orleans East right now. Something that is remarkable to me that, you know, it only takes 1 or 2 minutes for the flyover to happen, like in front of UMC, for example, but it means so much to these healthcare workers. You could hear from them just how this show of solidarity really helps to boost morale. And again, you can see just how massive these planes are as they come into view a little bit better here. These 2 B-52 bombers from the 2nd Bomb Wing and 2 F-15 fighter jets from the Louisiana Air National Guard's 159th Fighter Wing. The big bombers from the Barksdale Air Force Base, and you can see the planes there flying over downtown New Orleans. Quite a show for all the folks gathered outside and watching this show of solidarity.
What's happening, bro?
And as John mentioned, the planes making another pass over a number of these areas. Let's go back to John at UMC.
Boy, that was... That was our pass right over the city. Wow, I'm amazed how low they got.
That was very low. I know, that is beautiful. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's what's it mean for you to have this happen?
Just outstanding. Just, you know, to see that the military coming over and just honoring the healthcare workers is just outstanding. So, very happy.
I don't think anybody appreciates truly what healthcare workers are going through in terms of understanding what you're going through, but what's it mean to have people show their appreciation?
It just makes it all rewarding and makes it all worth the effort that we put in to save people's lives. So, very happy.
Well, thank you very much for the work you're doing. That was a dramatic moment, Meg, as now they're, if I remember the map, they're heading out over almost the Lake Salvador area. They'll swing back around, make a pass over another hospital, and then come out from Metairie back toward the city in one of about 4 different passes that they'll make, head over the Crescent City connection, and then finally out over the West Bank.
People up on the roofs watching this as they come by, and you can see those planes as they fly off into the distance. It was just something else to see up here from the Fox 8 roof, and we're kind of strategically positioned right in the middle of where all these flyovers are happening. Just what a treat that was to see.
Here they come, guys, one more time. There we go. Let's watch.
Thank you. Happy Friday.
So that should be the pass. Meg, I don't know if you're still with me. That should be the pass over the other hospital here. They're heading out over the lake, and they're going to swing back for one more time. I think people here were really surprised to see that there was that much of a show that they were actually going to witness. Let's walk over here, a group of folks with an American flag who are getting their pictures taken. I don't want to ruin the picture. I'm thinking, hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Thank you, first of all.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Little show of patriotism on your part.
Yes, someone brought a flag in today. We thought that was a great idea. Beautiful showing of the air show, and really appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yes, employee health here.
What did this mean to you as a group to have? You know, I know you've been getting thank yous. People honk the horn, say hi. What's it mean to have the U.S. Air Force do this and go to this trouble?
Oh, all their patriotism and our feeling of pride, and that our sacrifices are meant something to everybody, and it's just, I wanted to have cry. It made me tear up. So.
Yeah, Meg, you caught us at the perfect time. They're about to make one more flyover as we speak. They're coming right over us. Here they come right now. Just coming right over the levee. This is incredible. That is something crazy. Again, we keep talking about those F-15 fighter jets are really, really incredible. All right, we're going to send it over to Krieger right now. I guess he's got a shot of them too. We'll send it over to Rob Krieger.
Hey, well, we are here on the Fox 8 studios. I could barely hear you because they were directly above us, those two enormous B-52s. Straddled by the two F-15 jets as they fly over the city and make their final pass over the Superdome in City Hall. I know John was talking to some of those healthcare workers over there saying how touching it is to see this, but seeing these planes come over the city in such a big way, covering every portion of the city, making it so where everyone here who has been staying at home, who's been working hard on the front lines, who have been giving up and sacrificing to make sure that we can save lives, we're able to see this. And it really just shows you that solidarity of New Orleans all together, and it gives you that feeling that together, if we can do this, we can get through it together. So certainly a much appreciated viewing of the military and their might as they flew over New Orleans with those two B-52s and the F-15 jets. That was certainly a treat. A small token, a small gesture to the healthcare workers who have been working so hard and the people on the front line that have put their lives at risk. But certainly a big gesture to the city of New Orleans and everyone here dealing with the pandemic.
We'll have 9 live cameras on the North Shore and South Shores covering this tribute. Right now, Natasha Robin is live on the roof of University Medical Center in New Orleans. John Snell is up on the roof of Fox 8 near Mid-City. And Rob Masson joins us from the roof of Slidell Memorial Hospital.
Well, what we're seeing in the neighborhood of the river is a formation of these 6. They're not in their diamond formation. They're spaced apart just a bit, practicing, I guess, by Blue Angel standards, a little bit of social distancing. And as they do that, let me just see if we can get a little bit of sound of them coming through. Awfully far away as they make their way here. We're just trying to listen in and get the sound, which I think is just actually reaching us because you kind of see it before. I can just now hear them. I don't know if the microphone will pick it up, but this impressive sight of these Blue Angels, which sometimes, by the way, fly as little as 18 inches apart. Just a little while ago we saw them. There we go. There's the smoke. that iconic smoke that they are noted for, which is a biodegradable material, actually, that they use. This has been, quite a season for the Blue Angels, too. This was actually supposed to be the last year for these iconic planes that have flown with them since 1986. They'll get a new version of the FA-18 Super Hornet, new to the Angels, not new to the military itself. But there's their flyby over the city, and now they are heading out toward New Orleans East on this modified map that they had, which will take them out over Lake Pontchartrain. Somebody on the twin spans is going to get one heck of a view, and maybe a surprise view of somebody coming into the city. They'll head out to the Slidell area where Rob Masson is, and then make a big swing along the lakefront, basically along 190 almost, until they get about to the causeway. And again, probably quite a surprise for some motorists who hopefully will keep their hands on the steering wheel. Their eyes on the road for the most part, as the Blue Angels are going to fly right over them. This would normally be something that maybe 11 million people would see in an average year. Of course, their shows are canceled until the middle of next month. They're supposed to do one. We see more of the smoke as they're out now over the east with that portion. They seem to be doing so on each of the sort of designated stops, if you will, or spots on the map. They are, I'm told, over New Orleans East right now. 11 million people would see them in a typical year, 60 shows. A good number of those have been canceled to this point.
Okay, we think we see them coming. Excuse me. There they are, Jim, coming up right at us. Kind of approaching over from Highway 11, and here they come. 6 beautiful birds spraying to the crowd. And now they are circling toward the west to head over the Slidell area, but given a big, strong flyby over Slidell, directly over Slidell Memorial Hospital. Bertha's going for her phone to try and get a picture. I hope I didn't distract you.
I was distracted by watching them.
What'd you think about that?
Oh, that was exciting.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Gave me chills.
Yes, me too.
And we are waiting to get the next viewpoint of them as they come in. People have headed outside, social distancing, and there they are. Mandeville. So another glimpse of the Blue Angels in the sky. It is called Operation American Strong, part of this multi-city tour to send a message to the healthcare workers that they are appreciated, really for all the work that they have been doing on the front lines. We've seen a couple of live pictures there close up, and we see them a little farther away, and we're working to see the next vantage point where they're going to come up again. But they really want to send a message to salute the healthcare workers, the first responders on the front line of the coronavirus battle.
Here they come. Look, we're going to see them again here crossing over. The 6 beautiful Blue Angels in the sky in formation coming over. Let's take a listen.
Out assignment pointed that they stuck me on the roof and not down at UMC for Natasha's vantage point, but I'll go with the boss's play because they literally went, I don't know if it was right over the Fox 8 studios, they might have gone right over Jefferson Davis, but it sure felt like it. And what a sight to see these 6 Blue Angels, these FA-18 fighter jets, these iconic blue and gold jets of the demonstration team. I must say, by Blue Angel standards, practicing some social distancing because they normally will fly, sometimes even, believe it or not, a little bit closer to that. This salute that for the second time now in under a week, New Orleans on the receiving end of this gesture on the part of the United States military, making their way now over the West Bank. And I'm sure that was also one heck of a view from over in the West Wego area. Liz, a magnificent display.
And like we say, I mean, what perfect weather. I mean, everything just came together so perfectly to watch these 6 Air Force high-performing jets, the signature blue and gold colors there on those jets, that streak that they leave behind, that signature streak that you see, and to know that just a couple of days ago we had a flyover, and then again to have this is lagniappe, and much needed lagniappe for these local healthcare workers to just be able to step outside after so many long hours on the front lines of this invisible enemy, the coronavirus, and to see that the U.S. military is doing this just for them, sending the elite of the U.S. Navy, these 6 fighter jets just streaking across the sky to say thank you. We know this is a tough road for you, and some of you are doing what we can't do for our families because we have to social distance from them, and you're there on the front lines with them, and we know this is taking a toll on you, but we appreciate what you're doing, and this is their way of saying thank you. Operation American Strong is what the flyovers have been dubbed for the past couple of weeks that they've been doing this, and today it was the Metro New Orleans area turn. We thank you so much for joining us for this special coverage and this tribute to our local healthcare workers.